How are we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. PSV against Arsenal, Champions League. And it's nice to get away from the Premier League. And it is a competition that we have an opportunity of winning. I know it's a long shot. We've never even won the Champions League. But you got to be in it to win it, as they say. And we've got more opportunity of winning the Champions League than we have the Premier League. And I would give absolutely everything to win the Premier League. But I would give a lot more to win the Champions League. I would give up countless Premier League titles to win the Champions League. Just one. Just one. It's the only one I haven't seen. It's just the only one I need. It's just, please, once in my life, just give me it, please. The closest is 2006 and I've still not watched the highlights. It still traumatizes me to this day. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, if you want to win this competition, you've got to beat the best teams. And we could not have been given a more difficult pathway to the final. We knew before the draw was made, we were either going to be getting PSV or Feyenoord. If we got Feyenoord, we would be on a more favourable side, shall we say, albeit tough. It would have been favourable, but we got PSV and we ended up with the side of death. It's insane. If we navigate this game, beat PSV, then we'll play the winners of Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. See, a lot of people saying we're going to be playing Real Madrid. Like, already dismissing Atletico, and that's like the worst thing you could possibly do. They're an unbelievably good side. And I think I'm right in saying that Real Madrid have only beaten them once in their last 7. So that's no foregone conclusion that they're going to win that one, albeit Real Madrid, when it comes to Champions League matches, just turn into this completely different beast. If we get through that, it's more than likely going to be Liverpool. And if you got past that, then it's potentially a final with someone like a Barcelona or an Inter Milan. Oh, man. Sounds mad when you actually say it like that, doesn't it? But you never know. The Champions League throws up some random results, and it could be one of these years where teams that you may not expect, you could end up with an Aston Villa in a semi-final. They could knock out Liverpool if they meet each other in the quarters. We could end up being there. It could be an all-English semi-final. Us against Liverpool, us against Villa, or, it could be PSG. They could beat Liverpool, or... and then you've got the other side where I don't feel there will be too many surprises. You've got the likes of Inter and Bayern and Barcelona, etc. But it's certainly not what it is on that side. But listen, like I was saying, at the end of the day, you've got to be in it to win it. Can we win it? It's a very tall order, shall we say. We know the issues with our attacking options. We haven't even scored a goal in our last 2 Premier League games. But I'm hopeful that European football might just play into our hands a little bit more. Teams like PSV are not going to set up with low blocks and, remain defensive for a whole 90 minutes like a West Ham, etc. If you play a Atletico Madrid or an Inter, then you might have a bit of a problem. But for the majority, you're going to go against sides that will attack, and that could play in our hands. And it might actually be more beneficial playing in Europe than it is in the Premier League given its current circumstances. But listen, PSV at home are a very, very good side. They're a dangerous side, especially in the Champions League. And, they lost last time out at the weekend. And they've had some very mixed results of late, in the league. And they sit second behind Ajax. But in the Champions League, like I said, they're a dangerous side. Last time out, they beat Juventus to get to this stage they're in now after losing the first leg. They beat Liverpool at home as well, be it there was a few mitigating circumstances behind that it was the last, match week and Liverpool had already finished first. And yeah, it was one of those. I'm not really reading too much into it, but it's still a very good result for PSV. And yeah, they've just had some good results and they're a dangerous side at home, and we're going to have to navigate that. And, if we can go back to the Emirates with a positive result, I'll take a draw, to be fair. I don't think that's the end of the world. I think that's a good result. We don't have to worry about away goals rule and all the rest of that stuff. So, yeah, I'll take a draw because it's a tough place to go. If we can get the win, then even better. Amazing. But yeah, we're going to have to start putting the ball in the back of the net. And if we can, navigate this round, get through the next couple of Premier League games, then we go into the international break, don't return until the start of April. And then apparently Martinelli and Saka should be returning. So it might be a small light at the end of the tunnel. But if we don't navigate this and we do get knocked out by PSV, then the season is done and dusted. It's over. It's finished. Because this is all we've got left now. Finishing in a Champions League place is not something to be playing for. It's not something that I'm excited about. Oh, we can finish in the top 4. Doesn't matter. I want to win trophies. And the big ones. Premier League, Champions League. But yeah, listen, it's going to be interesting what Mikel does with the lineup. When you look at some of the training stuff, spirits look good despite everything. But I'm hopeful, like I said, that playing in Europe just might be more beneficial to us. But we'll wait and see. So with that said, let's go and get into the predicted lineup. Starting off in goal, David Raya, straightforward. Right back, Jurriën Timber. Ben White slowly starting to get himself back into the side, but I don't feel he will be starting this game. So Jurriën Timber. Right centre back, William Saliba. Very, very straightforward. Left centre back, Gabriel. Left back, I believe it will be Miles Lewis-Skelly. Of course, didn't play last time out against Nottingham Forest because he was suspended, but he will be returning for this, and I believe he will start. In the midfield, first of all, Thomas Partey. I feel that maybe the pace of European football might actually be really beneficial to him. And that's what I believe Mikel will go with. On the right-hand side, Ethan Nwaneri. Again, I'm hopeful that there's a little bit more room for him because we're starting to see teams doubling up already. So, yeah, this might be the kind of competition that suits him where he gets a little bit more freedom to, show what he can really do. And he is that one player that's got that spark that could ignite something from nothing. So yeah, that's a straightforward one for me. Next to him, Martin Odegaard had a poor season. Ever since he's got injured, I don't think he's ever come back the same, to be honest. But at the end of the day, these competitions, this is where you need your captain to turn up. I can't say much more than that. Next to him, Declan Rice had an absolute shocker against West Ham. Wasn't too bad against Nottingham Forest, albeit I wasn't still overly happy with the performance. But yeah, again, freedom. Hopefully he's got a little bit more and he can do a bit more. On the left-hand side, I would start Raheem Sterling. I feel we need pace. Teams that are not going to be playing a low block could be an opportunity to get in behind. We don't have many other options, to be honest. It's not ideal, but it's what I believe that Mikel may well go with. And then up front, as the striker, false nine, whatever you want to call it, Trossard. And yeah, I wouldn't be starting Moreno for this game. And I feel that he can interlink with Sterling. It's mad, really, when you're thinking about the magnitude of the game we're going into in the Champions League, and that's our forward line, and we're kind of relying on a 17-year-old to give us a spark and a bit of something. It's crazy, isn't it? But listen, it needs must at the end of the day. That's what we got. We've got to go with it, and we just have to crack on and deal with it. And like I said, I'm hopeful that we'll have a little bit more freedom and we can express ourselves a little bit more and ultimately put the ball in the back of the net. If we come away from PSV with a draw, I'll be happy. But if we come away with a win, I'll be absolutely over the moon. And then we can worry about who we've got in the quarterfinal, potential semi, and all the rest of it else. Let's show PSV the respect they deserve. They're a good side, and there'll be a tough game at their place, and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, let's try and give a positive vibe around the club, because if we lose, don't even bear thinking about, does it? And at the end of the day, if we do get eliminated from the Champions League now, then our season is over. But like I said, let's not bear thinking about that one. Let's be positive and let's get a good result. So, listen, there we go. That is it for the preview and the predicted lineup. Let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree with that lineup. What would you change, etc. Yeah, listen, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot very soon. I'm out of here.